Welcome back to the fourth part of this tutorial. Okay, with this fourth part, what I want to do is to create data connectivity to take care of all of those buttons. So I'm going to exit out here, and let's go right up here. Okay, this is where I have all my variables. Okay, let's come right here, and this one I'm going to call that MySQL Database. All right, connection. There we go. Okay then, so everything is going to start from here. First of all, I'm going to define a variable. This one is going to be used for us to add the data, so I'm going to call it add data. There we go. Enter parentheses and semicolon. Now you see, with my first three widgets here, these three widgets, let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. Let's see. First of all, I'm going to comment this out first. Student ID. Let's see that. So let me comment this out. That's why the student ID is given. All right, do that again. Now run. And there we go. 1, 2, and 3. So if any of these widgets are empty, the system should refuse you continuation. So let's do that. So in there, I'm going to use an if statement. If self dot student ID dot get and equals nothing, or the next one is self dot first name. Let's enter the space properly. Dot first name dot get, if that is equals nothing as well, or let's go for surname. Self dot surname dot get, and if that is empty as well, then I want the system to actually, let's use tick enter there. Tick enter dot message box. Do that again. Dot message box. Press the tab key to get that in. Dot show error. There we go. So in there, I'm just going to enter, let's say enter student details correctly, something like that. There we go. That'll be the error message that will pop up. Else, then let's get this indented. Else, we want as follows: declare a local variable that I'm going to call SQL con equals PIM MySQL dot connect, and within the parentheses is going to be an host. The host this time around is my local host. There, that's the first taking care of. The next one is going to be the user, comma, user equals root, and comma, password. The password, that will be equals, my password is just 12345. 12345. That's cool. Then comma, the database itself, the database equals school. There we go. Those my argument in place. Now let's say current equals MySQL can dot castle. Let's get the cursor in. There we go. Enter parentheses. Okay. I also want the cursor itself dot execute. There we go. And what I want it to execute is as follows. Enter MySQL statement in there. No, that should be insert into school. Okay, the following values, and those values are going to be as follows. So I'm going to enter, come in here. I will start by entering %s comma. So this is just an assumption value, and I'm going to need 48 of those. So close this, bring it down. Might as well copy this. Now make life easy. Copy. So paste. There we go. And press enter. Space first / enter. And that should give me about 48. I'll count it anyway. There. Alright. So that is that taken care of. I'm now going to come out here. Let's get rid of this. Come out of it here and press enter. There should be a comma here. Put a comma here and let's press enter here. Now I'm now going to open up a bracket in here. Within these two brackets I will then enter as follows. So the following that I intend to enter in there, first of all, let's get this properly indented. Bring it here and bring this there as well. Okay, the very first will be my, let's say, self dot student ID, which is the variable that I declared, dot get, comma. Then next one is going to be for the first name. Those are data that the system should capture. Dot first name dot get self dot surname dot get. Okay, so all of the data that we have in here, let me show it to you. All of those variables, there we go. Those variables, those are the ones I'm now addressing from here down here. Okay, all of them, every single one of them. So come right down here and continue my work. There we go. Then the next one is going to be self dot address. There we go. Paste followed by postcode. Self dot postcode. There. I'm going to now speed this up. I guess you guys get the whole idea. Okay, I've just finished taking care of that, so let's take it down so that you guys can see it. Those are all the variables. Okay, I'm now calling every single variables within my database. Okay, for my database. Now, right underneath here, we need to close that though. Yeah, that's it. Because I have two here. Yeah. 1, 2. Right. It's closed now. Now, right underneath, I am also going to close this. I'm going to get this one and then also close it. Come right there. Dots, comments, and there. And I also need to close it. Paste and then dots close. There we go. That's closed right there. Okay. What else do I need to do? I also need to Kinter to display a message saying I have successfully logged in correctly. So I'm going to grab this up to here. Let's grab that to Kinter. and right underneath here, tick enter that message box dot. I want you to show information. Yeah, information saying, let's say data entered. Okay, data entered form, or let's change that to school management system. That is the title on the system. Then here, comma, this will be the message. Record entered successfully. And that will be record entered successfully. It says successfully here. There we go. And that's it. Alright, that's cool. Okay, and we also have to create a function that will display all of this data. So let's copy this again. I'm just gonna copy that, come in here, paste that right underneath here. There, get rid of this. Oh, I have two here. Okay, and this other one is going to be, let's say, defined as follows. So I'm going to call it display data, and there we go, display data. There. Now display data, I want you to might as well grab all of these here instead of me reinventing the wheel. Copy all of this and bring it down in here. There we go. Correct indentation. Alright, so display data equals all of the above: host, user, password, database. And right in here for the display data, I want to use, let's use the SQL statement select all from school, and there. Now if it's selected from school, let's say results, whatever result we get, that is equals, let's say current dot facial. There we go, that is it right there. Double click on that and then enter parentheses. Now let's use an if statement. If len, if you len the result is not equals to 0, then we want something to happen. If it's not equals to 0, right? If it's not equals to 0, then I want the following information of the university. So let's say self dot university record dot delete, that will be star self dot university records. Grab all of this, paste it in there. University record dot get, that should be dot get the child or children, dot get children. There. And there should be a parenthesis in there. Okay, so for row, let's say row in result, for row in result, and that is going to be self dot university records. We want you to insert as follows: dot insert. And what are you inserting? To the end of the system, insert as follows: comma, end, comma, value equals rows. There. So that is taken care of. So what we need to now do is just to comment and close. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to call this display data in here. So let's grab it. I'm just going to copy that. Let's come right there. Okay, let's paste it right in here. Okay, so that is the display data. So if I click on this on my button there, I should be able to view this. So let's grab this. I'm going to call that inside my add new button, the button that is right here. Where is it? So there we go. So let's enter command in there. Enter a comma, command equals add new data. All right, hopefully that should work. So I'm going to run it now. Let's click on run and we enter some data in here. Let's start from here. So student ID is going to be 700712, and the name I'm going to call it Kingsley Mohan. All right, something like that. An address number 14. Let's go for Larry's Lane. Larry's Lane. Postcode. Mail. Date of birth. And mobile number. Email number. Let's just say king@gmail.com. Okay, parent details. Okay, dad. All right. Now dad, we call that. Let's say. No, let's just say Jerry Mohan. And address is the same, so I might as well copy that, or you can just enter the same in there. And telephone number, no home number, and here mobile number and email address is going to be almost the same thing. So come in here as Jerry at whatever. There. Okay, the course this guy is taking, drop this down, just select any of those courses, let's say there. And in here is an home student, is not an overseas student. Accommodation, yes. Is staying in the campus. Exchange student, no. Is he on scholarship? No. And is going for his, let's say he's going for his BSc. Okay, he's in third year or whatever. And now this is a core unit here as well. Let's go for media, it's yes, and let's come into programming. It's core, event driven is core unit. System analysis, yes. So we have 4, another 1 more. Okay, database, there we go. Now decision time. All we then need to do is click on add new. There we go, and that record should be added right in here. There we go, look at that. Okay, now the next thing is, let's go straight into our database. That is our database in there. I'm going to open up the table. Where is the table? Double click on that, and that is his details in there. Okay guys, and you can see why I enter every single details in there, so you can find out all the information within the database itself. There, that is it. So close that. Now let's do one more thing. I'm going to have to stretch this, maybe make this 117 so that it kind of like look a little bit much better. So let's go in here. That should be about 170. I made it 168, so make that 170. So that should take care of that. All right, then the next thing we want to do now, let's go straight up here. Okay, right underneath here. Now what I want to do is let me take care of delete function. Okay, with the delete function, I'm going to, let's say, delete. Yeah, there. With the delete, I'm just going to grab all of these here, grab it up to here, and come right down here, paste there. And let's use MySQL here. So that's going to be delete from school, where student ID from school, delete from school. So this should be where, let's say, student ID equals there. All right, and comma, so comma self dot student. Yes, comma self dot student ID, student ID. So the in here there should be the quotes. The quote should be right in here. Get rid of this one, that shouldn't be there. Student ID dot get. There we go. That's taken care of. So now let's come up here. Now we now need to close and so on. So I'm going to grab all of these, and that should take care of delete. Come right down here, paste that underneath here. There we go. Get it properly indented. Control plus. There we go. Now the message that should be displayed, I'm going to call that record successfully deleted. Record successfully deleted. Delete this one and just say deleted here. And underneath here, I'm also going to call my function reset there, and that is the delete function taken care of. Right, so let's go down here now and just call this delete. Go straight to the button here. Where's delete? Yeah, that will go. Okay, we only have one more to take care of. That will be the update. Command equals delete update. Delete db. All right, that's good. Okay, so that is deleted, taken care of. Now underneath, if you guys notice, I've also created subject information. I had to speed this up because a bit of time to put those lines of code together. But however, as you guys can see, the whole function of this is when I click on the table, I should be able to see all of the information on the system. And that is it. I'm going to now call this, because it's event driven, so copy that. I'm going to call it right inside my Treeview. Okay, so have a good look at it. Take it from here and bring it down here. There we go. Every single variable there. So it's just all about dot set row. In total, you will see 0 to 47 there. Okay, take it from the top again, from here, and bring it down. Down. There we go. Now the next one is the updates, and this is my update there. Okay, in here I use the SQL statement to update it, and in there these are the columns that need to be updated, the names of every single column on my database. There they are. Okay, if you see these backslash, that means carriage return, else I will just have one long line of codes. And there, those are where I'm going to get all of the information from. Okay, from this data here, from these variables. There we go. Bring it down. And that is all there is to it. So all I then need to do now is just to call my updates. There, I'm going to call this update, and I'm going to call study information, this very one here. I'm going to call that, and I'm going to call the updates inside the button. Just enter command dot update, and that's all there is to it. So let's go straight down here. I also need to get one thing sorted inside the Treeview. Come right down here, Treeview. That is my Treeview here, my table. Come right down here, and here I'm going to enter comma and there, and I will also add, let's say, display data here. You guys can still recall the display data. I took care of that earlier. Okay, now underneath here, all I just need to say is command there equals update. There we go. And that's all there is to it. So I'm going to go to run without the bug. There we go, guys. I'm going to go straight in here now. You see the student details there. Those are the student details we entered earlier. If I click on this now, I should be able to see all of those information right here. Look at that. The only one that is missing is accommodation, because it was not included in the database, and telephone wasn't included in the database as well. Okay, let's change the details in here. We can always reset, and let's enter new student details in there. All right, let's say 3. Yeah, that is the student's number, and his name is, let's call him Femi Wales. Femi Wales, and address of Wales is number 5 York Lane, London, and the postcode, and Femi happens to be a female, so address, date of birth, let's say 0308 1995, and here the email of Femi Wales at gmail.com, and here she's actually married, so let's enter her husband details in there as the guardian. So let's say John Wales. Address that happens to be the same, so you can just enter the same in there. Telephone, home phone number, we can make that up. Mobile number. Okay. Email of J Wells, so we can say jwells at gmail.com. Right, what is she studying? She is a doctoral student, so let's say computer science, and she's actually going through a PhD. She's an home student. Overseas, nope. Accommodation, nope. And scholarship, no. And she is doctoral student, PhD. She's in her second year of her PhD. And since she's researching, let's see what she's studying, computer science. Okay, let's say she's researching something to do with object-oriented. All right, and she has completed most of all of these. Complete. Okay, those are the units she's going through in her research for our PhD. There we go. So all they need to do is just to click on add. There, so that's record successfully entered. So come in here, check this out. There we go. And let's check our database as well. And that is our database. Our details is not there, but if we click on refresh, there. And that is how you create your own school management system in Python using Visual Studio. Okay, so with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. So with that, I'm going to say bye for now. Have a nice one.